Hi guys! I thought I'd stream Shadowrun Returns. So this is a game from 2012, maybe? 2013? I thought I'd give it a go. I wanted to give it a try. It's a strategy RPG, isometric. We've just finished the Avernum 3 Ruin World, so I thought let's give this one a go. Like I said, it's based off a tabletop game, which I have no knowledge of. All I know is it's a futuristic, cyberpunk style RPG. What was that? In the urban sprawl of the Seattle Metroplex, the search for a mysterious killer sets you on a trail that leads from the darkest slums to the city's most powerful megacorps. You'll need to tread carefully, enlist the aid of other runners, and master powerful forces of technology and magic in order to emerge from the shadows of Seattle unscathed. So let's run some shadows, shall we? I'm a boy! What have we got? Human, elf, dwarf, orc or troll. Humans were the only race on Earth until the Awakening in 2012. Now they find themselves the definition of average, or even normal. They are still the most populous race in the world, and thus control many of the most powerful, moneyed, and important positions in society. All humans have +3 to Karma, 9 body, 9 quickness, 9 strength, 9 charisma. Elves. Many people, especially other metahuman races, see elves as the most fortunate metahumans. They are more attractive and socially acceptable than the other metahumans. Elves are taller than humans, but have a more slender build. Their hair is usually thicker, longer, and more luxurious than average, and their ears come to a point. Extra charisma, high quickness and charisma, that sounds good. Dwarves are the shortest of the metahuman races. To compensate, their torsos and shoulders are wider than their size would indicate. Thus their strength is equal to, and sometimes greater than, the larger races. A side effect of their metahuman nature is increased resistance to pathogens and magic that attacks from within. Orcs are the fastest breeding race, and now are second only to humans in world population. Their size leads to an intimidating silhouette, and a body that can take more physical damage than average. Orcs have pointed ears and intimidating teeth or tusks. And trolls are the largest metahuman race. Heavy prejudice against them has led people to assume trolls have lowered intelligence, but in reality, there is no proof to this. Trolls have pointed ears, intimidating teeth or tusks, and many have horn-like growths that other metahumans do not manifest. So humans are 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 11, 9, 12, 9, 9. So that gets 3 more, but they get +3 to start. Oh no, they get +4. They get 4 more. Wait. 5 more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. They get 7 more. Christ. I want to be an elf anyway. What have we got? Physical adept. Adepts are magically active characters who focus their magic internally to develop to their utmost potential. Physically, mentally, and spiritually, as adepts unlock new abilities that become honed physical machines, using their magic to enhance their close combat abilities. Riggers use cybertech to jack their mind into and control small robot-like vehicles called drones. Riggers use their rigging abilities to provide surveillance, support, and extra firepower where required. Shaman believe that their magic comes from a great totem spirit that guides their path. Bear, cat, coyote, eagle, or raccoon. Shamans' relationships with their totems allow them to summon spirits and command them to do their bidding. Shaman have the skill to conjure spells that mages cannot. Deckers use a cyberdeck to jack into the Matrix, the worldwide information grid and computer network. By projecting their mind into the electronic world, Deckers can find secrets others keep hidden away. They use programs and expert systems to fight off the protections that megacorporations place in their way. Mages specialize in the casting of spells, but that doesn't mean they can't shoot guns as well. Rather, magic is the center of their life. Their spells reflect a pure balance of the manosphere and cover a wide range of magical effects, from offensive damage attacks to character augmentation or degradation spells to healing spells. And Street Samurai, which I think I'll go for, because who doesn't want to be a samurai? The Street Samurai is a freelance operative who follows a code of street honor. They are learned in the ways of the traditional samurai warrior and in the practices of modern combat. Samurai sell their skills for profit and work to take out the dishonorable scum that seem to breed in the urban sprawl. Yeah, buddy. Should we make him a... I quite like just the dark silhouette. Well, I'm an elf, right? I'm going to be pale. And purple, obviously. No beard, no horns. Let's go. Karma represents the experience characters earn while running the shadows and achieving goals. Karma is used to improve attributes and skills. An attribute or skill rating can be increased by spending Karma equal to the next increment of that rating. Thus, improving your body from 4 to 5 requires you to spend 5 Karma points. Okay. I think I want to buy quickness. And maybe stick a point in rifle. So body is physical resistance. Quickness is chance to hit. Reduce the chance to be hit by enemy physical attacks as well. Ranged combat. Calculate the chance to hit with ranged weapons. That increases the chance for greater than normal damage. Used to calculate the strength to hit. So, okay, I don't think I'm bothered about strength at all, really. Intelligence is used in decking or rigging, which I'm not doing. Willpower is chance to hit with magical attacks, which I'm not doing. Charisma is used to calculate the chance to control spirits. Unlocks etiquettes that affect conversations. Okay, that'll do. Right, what's this? Etiquette is about knowing how to behave in various social situations. The right etiquette can give you an edge in certain conversations. Choosing an etiquette does not cost karma. Each etiquette can only be chosen once. And I have no... Let's say socialite. I'm an elf, right? I'm good in social situations. I'll be a socialite. And obviously, designation Wolfulv. Down and out. Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and isn't on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodations. Not exactly a runner's dream pad, but right now, it's about all you have left. Running the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day, you're Nova Hot, working jobs that allow you to eat at 5-star restaurants. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slagging fixer hasn't called. The money's run out, and then some. Sinless and free. Free to starve in the cracks of a society run by megacorps who just want your nuyen. Something needs to change. And soon. Okay. Your apartment, 2054. It's 3 a.m. and you have nowhere to go but down. Down? I don't want to go down. A slip of paper with your bank balance, enough to cover you through the end of the week. Good. Your computer, state of the art in 2050, broken since 2051. That sounds about right. Your notebook, calendar, contacts, that kind of thing. View your list of contacts. The list is sad, dried up. Carter, Detroit, fixer, no response to messages. Dowd, runner, dead. Felton Nash, fixer, missing since February. New Larry, runner, dead. Sam Watts, runner, probably in a gutter somewhere. Sangoma, runner, dead. Halfjack, dealer, retired or dead. The list goes on, all either dead ends or just plain dead. View your personal calendar. It's empty. Nothing to do. Aha! Your vidphone rings, jarring you. Who's calling at 3 a.m.? I don't know. Who is calling at 3 a.m.? I want to go to the bathroom though. Is there anything in here? Apparently not. Okay. Sam Watts! The screen leaps to life, making you squint against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Hey, buddy. Hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He giggles. He's drunk again. Or worse. Where have you been, Sam? I haven't heard from you in months. Another giggle. Oh, don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. I probably had it coming. When you're an unsavory character like myself, you tend to associate with other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business. Like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. I wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're living high on the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us are... me. I wish, Sam. Apparently I live in a slum. Hey, you remember that Rinraku run? When things went to hell and we lost Dowd? Or that makeshift saloon on the docks afterwards? I really had your back that night, didn't I? Dowd. That's a name you haven't heard in a long time. Oh. Is this a flashback? "3 years ago, a makeshift bar on the Seattle docks, the night Dowd went down. New Larry. You've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd. Never saw anybody die like that before. Idiot. He shakes his head. I hate this bragging city. It's wet and the rain feels like acid and I want out of it. Shoot your screamer about the rain. We lost a man tonight. So, sorry. I'm just really ready to go home. Poland's way more my speed. I don't know, Wolf. Sam's a good guy and can hold his own in a fight, but he's been hitting the bottle pretty good lately. Never on a run, so far, but he needs watching. He shakes his head. That run went sideways 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer is late. Smell funny to you? Hell yeah, it smells funny. Look at where he set the meeting. This was supposed to be a public place. Cut the dregs, Sam. We both know why Dowd went down, and it wasn't the fixer or some other paranoid chip dream of yours. Sam smiles a toothy smile. I've been waiting for this all night. New Larry has something he wants to say, don't you, Larry? Go on, spill it. You were sloppy. He laughs. Sloppy? You think I was sloppy? You've been twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands. They're shaking. You been drinking, Sam? On a run? No, not a drop. Not today, not ever. Something dawns on him. He leans into New Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up, and he knows it, don't you, Larry? What was that call you made before we hit Rinraku? How come you couldn't geek that guy before he unloaded on Dowd? I've seen you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burned toast before his gun cleared that holster. New Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder at the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay, I can see where this is going. You chummers are damaged. I'm out. How much did they pay you to sell us out, Larry? He stops and a smile slowly appears on his face. Honestly, it didn't take much. Just enough to get me back to Portland and set up with a cushy corp job. I'm out of this racket. We've got incoming! New Larry relaxes and throws you a dreck-eating grin. Looks like my new Rinraku friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. We should choose our friends more carefully, Wolf. Buy you a drink after this? You'll owe me several. Leave the mage, kill the others. Okay. Turn-based combat. Each character has an action pool. Spend the actions on attacks, movement, or using spells and items. Once your team's turn is complete, the enemy team will move and attack. Additional tutorials... I'll figure it out. Okay. Shoot him in the face. Can you get behind here and then... You ain't quite dead, lad. I wish you were. He had that coming. Yeah, he did. %. Nice. So that's half cover. What's classed as full? That's no cover. That's full cover. Okay. Oh shit, there's more. 50% is not good odds. This music's good. I like it. Ha! You missed. Oh, a crit. Fuck. You son of a biscuit. There's even more of them. This is bad. They have a shaman. So you get down here and take out, which one's the shaman? A mage and a shaman. Fuck. Can you hit? Yeah, you can. Well done. Ah! That's it, just keep missing. Missing is good. Everyone appreciates it when you miss. Nice. Where are you gonna go? That thing gives no cover at all. Maybe here? Good. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. New Larry's betrayal, or our second brush with death in one night? Part of the life, Sam, you know that. You were born for this gig, Wolf. Me, not so much. I think I'm gonna hang it up, find a nice brothel somewhere, stay drunk until I croak. What about you? I think I'll find a better class of people to hang out with. Better than me? Sounds easy. Keep in touch, Wolf. Don't die a stranger. You stare at Sam's face on your comlink. Shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now, I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name is at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So I set up a dead man's switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 Nuyen insurance policy, payable when you find who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification. Either works. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Mengert & McCain, when the job is done. They'll know what to do. He turns to his left. Chet? The camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Watts's wishes, Rogers, Mengert & McCain has installed a security-dedicated phone line so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from a comms link or other devices. Camera swivels back to Sam. Sam straightens up, talks seriously, first time. Look, Wolf. I've led a Drek life, and I probably left a Drek corpse. I've hurt people, hurt myself, I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? I'd say I've traded a drinking buddy for a paycheck. I hope you just said yes. I've got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. If, when, my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Rest in peace, Sam. See you in Seattle. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped back seat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for Nuyen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watts' body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Is there like a quick save function is what I was going to ask. So karma is just leveling up. Okay. This is my equipment. Fine. That is settings. Where's like I'm in the back. F5, there we go. Quick save, that's what I was after. The smell of death and decomposition wash over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial grade antiseptic. You are Dresden, okay. I'm gonna just inspect. You've got a nice little corpse around here, very nice. That's lovely there, isn't it? Is there anything I can interact with? How do you have a whole office I can't interact with? This is outrageous, Dresden. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job." A little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something strange in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour. And some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? Are you the coroner? I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here, so yeah, that makes me the franchise area's coroner too. And you are? Wolf. I represent a man named Sam Watts, and I'm here to look into his murder. He frowns. Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. But what makes you think he's here? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right. He is here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet. What with it being all the way out here in the Barrens? I'm making him more and more South London. So who told you he's dead? I'm not going to tell him that, fucking hell. Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man's switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. It's over here. He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Downtown. Emerald City Ripper? He sighs. Not my title, just what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel, but this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. And what prize did the Ripper take from Sam? Watts' liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestants? The first victim's heart was missing. The third had the spleen removed. Dresden, get out here! Got a basic medkit, yay! What's my current? Ask the coroner about Sam Watts, okay. So I should be able to inspect the body, right? Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet, his face an ashen white. For the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest there's a small pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him, and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can imagine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Oh, examine. You can imagine the evidence without spoiling it. Look at the business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There is something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. The cred stick? It's a standard cheap unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Ooh. Yeah, of course, take it. You stole the cred stick. 300... I'm guessing that's yuan or whatever, not yen. Is added to your account. Look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing, and the blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Look at the note. You can only see part of the note, given the torn off bits and bloodstains. Sam, I feel terrible that we have been long to say I'm see you there. Love, Jessica. Jessica, hey. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So this is the new Ripovic. What's... Name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? The coroner frowns. So you insisted at the time? He chortles. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. The Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. Perpetrator's most likely right-handed, with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too. So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon. Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You know, damn help, dwarf. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? Oh, I don't have enough strength. I'm the nobody who didn't hear nothing. That's right, and if you ever do hear something, I'll knock it right out of your head. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, give me more. I'm putting someone in the cell, in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. Off he goes. Right, now that we've done that, do you have anything that I can investigate in this room? And how far away can I investigate from? Dresden looks amused. You always make friends that easily. I'm great at dinner parties too. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really going to work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favour. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 new yen a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honour, after a fashion. I try to honour the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? On the take? Who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the official in that sentence? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were some unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. What are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of new yen. but individual organs, not worth as much anymore, what with the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ grinders only deal in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky though. And they don't care where the bodies come from either. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, so do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens, what attracts lowlifes. You'd probably like it there. Me, I'm not really the going out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus, the dead are just easier to get along with. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks up at you for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay, I'll go do that. New objective. Open up the morgue. Oh, and now I can pick shit. Wait, hang on. Is it if I stand still, everything appears? Okay, so if I stand still, things that I can do show up. Dock wagon basic trauma kit. Basic med kit. The cold storage drawer is labelled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Jake Armitage. Whoa, easy there. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. Sorry, I didn't expect you to be so alive. Yeah, Dresden thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person he's pulled this one on. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you want after me, what's your story? The latest Ripper victim, did you know him? Sam, glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then, over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level, working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man's switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then, name's Jake, and you are? Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Wolf. And well-mannered too. Such a rare thing in the city. Well, sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstresses Union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I'd been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn, maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now, what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles, and you get the impression that didn't work out quite so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him. Until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. You've done this before? It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake's here is a real regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you get a free night's stay. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you could handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader's got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night, trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. And maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What do you say? I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Great. I've been hiding out here since that run-in with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers, but this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to the morgue in one piece without packing some heat. Dresden yells over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So, you need a weapon? I like to keep my distance. Got a rifle? You don't like library windows, do you? Never mind. Here's a rifle you can borrow. You don't like library windows? What the hell's he talking about? So, ready for an evening on the town? Just a minute. Tell me some more about these gangers first. Well, they're one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners in the Barrens looking for me. We take him out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. If you're buying. Hey, I've already provided the party favors. We can leave whenever you're ready. Awesome. So you... an ally? Do we have allies and stuff? So I want to pump up quickness. If I'm using a rifle, I want to pump up quickness as much as I can, I guess. How do I spend my 2 karma? I'm so confused. Oh, I can't? Because... does ranged combat need to be higher? For it to affect... maybe? Let's try that. Okay, there we go. And then that unlocks that. Okay, that makes sense. Probably. Right. Where's the way out, Jakey boy? Oh no, not yet. Let's do my... So that's the only inventory I've got. All of my guns from the flashback I don't have anymore. Awesome. Amazing. Head out to the Barrens. Yeah, go on then. The Redmond Barrens. Run in the Seattle sprawl, and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. It doesn't matter your business, the Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, add a dash of tourist trap, and you've got yourself a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wry contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. My stash is just around the corner, in the alley. Well, okay. Does the bus stop here? I don't know, bud. Is there no, like, map? Because that'd be really nice. Very handy. Street Samurai, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna guess that's a no. Okay, no map. Vlad! As you approach, the man sizes you up. You can see the age-old fight-or-flight equation running behind his drug-clouded eyes. Beneath the track marks on his arms, you spot a set of tattoos that indicate he is, or at least once was, a shaman. Hey man, are you okay? Yes, no, yes, no. I saw something. It's going to kill me. Calm down. What's your name? My name is Vlad. Vlad, those are some nice tattoos. Are you a shaman? The word shaman strikes a chord. He seems to shake off some of the mental cobwebs. Yes, yes, I'm a shaman. I thought so. Vlad, what did you see? See, yes, I saw something. The other night I saw a spirit so dark, so alien that... Vlad trails off and shudders. Where did you see this spirit? Just across the street from the Seamstress Union. It's gone now, Vlad. It's not going to kill you. You're safe. Thank you. You're right. I feel better now. More whole. Now, I just think I need some sleep. Yes, Vlad. Don't go to the market. Her clothes may be dirty, but this woman is far from downtrodden. I'm just going to... I didn't realize how zoomed in this camera was. Let's zoom it out just a tad, huh? Got my face right in your face. Bum 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 bum. There we go. Hey, not that it's my business, but I wouldn't go that way. Why? What's going on? Just some Halloweeners stirring up some trouble again. She points to the south. They rode in this morning on those fancy bikes. Set up camp in the old street market. They've been marching up and down the street all day, shaking down anyone that wanders past. Typical. Well, odds are those are the guys we're after. Anything else I should know about these gangers? Well, their leader's a big old troll named John Paul. Real piece of work, even for a wiener. Yep, that's him. They're going to be in for a rude surprise. You might want to clear out before the shooting starts. She looks you over, then nods. Don't need to worry about me. I know how to lay low. They're a tough bunch, though. Don't say I didn't warn you. Well, okay, but should we go get his mag card first that he wants? Wait, what was your story? Looking for a date? Elves are my favourite. What did I get? Hidden in the garbage-strewn alley is a high-tech safe with a mag card reader on the front. With a smooth hiss, the safe opens to reveal a collection of gear that is a perfect match for your skills. You take the gear. Hand over the loot, bozos! Nice. So, welcome to the Barrens. Guess I'll need to find a new spot to hide my gear. So I shouldn't invest in real estate around here? Only by the hour. Hey, you seen where I stay the night? Now that you got some gear, let's go deal with those Halloweeners. Okay, but let's check my gear first, right? What was the gear I just collected? Ha? Ha? Alright, come on then. Off we toddle. Who are you? The man before you appears well-mannered but nervous. Excuse me, sir. I don't know you, but you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. We need some help. Calm down. How can I help? Thank you. Some thugs are shaking down the market we've set up here. It's been getting worse lately. I don't think we can afford to pay them forever, but no one will stand up to them, and Lone Star isn't about to get involved. Where is this market of yours? Just down the street, sir. Please, our livelihoods depend on this market. One of those buttons saved the game. Was it F5? Yes. Commerce is like a weed taking root in the cracks and crevices of the world whenever it can. A small street market has flourished here amid the crumbling buildings of the Redmond Barrens. So is this like a side quest maybe? But we barely have anything. The thug attempts to use his bulk and hideous breath to intimidate the shopkeeper. The old woman is holding firm, but you can see the thug's patience fading fast, and he looks like he's about to start breaking things. Who the hell are you? So strength or gang would have... Okay, so etiquettes give you additional conversation topics. I bet your mum's real proud of you right now. Like I ain't never heard that before. I don't see a badge, so why don't you mind your own business? Business. Dusting you is gonna get me paid. I knew you were looking to cause static. Dash, ice, this guy. No, wait. Dash, ice, this guy. You just shoot me. What's this? Aimed shot. Increases accuracy. Ah, but how do I make him do magic? Ah. Flamethrower. Now there's it. Okay, okay. That is, increases the target's hit. Okay, interesting. Let's just shoot him for now. Oh, miss. Why would you focus on me? That's outrageous. So what do I have? Aim shot increases. I don't need to. I cannot thank you enough. I hate to see such bloodshed, but those men would not take no for an answer. We simply want to make our own way in the world. He holds out a few nuyen. Please, it's the least we can do. Keep it. You need it more than I do. I was expecting that to get me something. So I've got 1 karma. If I want to keep going for quickness and rifles, I don't want to do anything just yet. Who's this fella? Watch out for those gangers. Is that a corpse? No, it's a pallet. Is there anything else to collect around here? Because I would like to collect some additional shit if I could. That'd be lovely. Apparently there's nothing available, so in we go. Halloween Century. Hey, asswipes, take another step forward and we're going to plant you right there. This is Halloween property now. This is one of the 2 that got away. If I hadn't missed my shots, these idiots would have given up and moved on by now. Wait a minute, you're rolling with Jake? Bad idea, chummer. The Halloweeners are collecting that bounty. And killing you? Well, that'll be a nice bonus. Why do they always get first turn? It's so unfair. Let's come around here and then shoot that guy. Ow. You're dead, Jake. Dead. Oh, Uncle, Uncle. I was just playing with you. I'll call off the rest of the Halloweeners, Jake. Call it even, yeah? What do you think, Jake? He smirks. Hey, I'm already at shoot-on-sight status with these guys. Killing John Paul means one less wiener to shoot me in the back while I'm buying smokes. Hell, they'll be doing the same to you soon as there's profit in it. You're right, let's finish this. Right, so now I've got 2 points. I could technically put Karma into Rifle, right? It says increasing it unlocks special abilities. What was that? What is that ability? Critical damage percentage visible, burst fire available. Then we do so. Can we level up our ally as well, actually? No. They're just static, apparently. That's fine. Boop. Just need a fix. There's a guy called Bobby. Hey, chummer, got some tasty morsels for you. Just what every well-dressed Shadowrunner would have in his back pocket. Let's see what you have. Combat stim that increases stuff. Nitro that increases stuff. Nah. What's this place? The sounds of laughter and music emanate from within, but you should finish your investigation first. Can't go down that back alley. The smell of fried food, powdered sugar and slightly burned soy calf is almost enough to overpower the dusty sewage stench of Redmond streets. The troll working the stand is covered in food stains older than he is. What can I get you, chummer? Did you see the murder in the alley across the way? Nope. I was closed when it happens. But hey, it's the Barons. A back alley killing's nothing new around here. The only reason the cops are making a big deal about this Ripper business is that some of the victims are real people. You know, folks with SINs. What can you tell me about the Barons? The Barons? Hell, if you have to ask, you probably shouldn't be out here. The stretch we're on is called Touristsville, though. And I suppose it's the closest thing around here to respectable. Fewer muggins, and you might even survive drinking the water if you're lucky. Wouldn't recommend it, though. I'll take a jelly donut and a soy cap. Enjoy. See you around. That's a mission item. Why is it a mission item? The Dwarf Merchant is packing up a stand for the night. I'm closed. Come back tomorrow. You got a great view of the alley from across the street. Don't suppose you saw the murder that happened there? Sure, I was closing up when I heard a series of explosions from behind the Union. A couple seconds later, this guy comes out, runs across the street. Didn't get a good look at him. Then all the lights in the alley exploded all of a sudden. Things got pretty quiet after that. And let me guess, you didn't go running over to see if the guy was okay? Hell no. Round here, that kind of thing gets you killed. Thanks for your time. No problem. I wonder if we need the donut for the cops, actually. As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies the flashing red and blue lights up ahead. Whoa, hold up a minute. Lone Star isn't above collecting on a corp-issued bounty. And the one on my head isn't going away anytime soon. Sorry, friend. I think this is where our paths diverge. Thanks again for the help with those Halloweeners. Here's your payment. They don't take Nguyen where I'm going, and you look like you could use the funds. Likewise, Jake. Give me a call when you're in the clear. Yeah, sure. He starts to leave, then tilts his head back. Hey, one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop into the Seamstresses Union. It's just down the street. You need gear, information, or just a damn stiff drink? That's the place to be. Best dive this side of Chicago. I used that place as a base of operations for years back in the day. Make the right friends there, and I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this Ripper business. Well, nice knowing you. Jake turns and disappears into the shadowy depths of the Redmond Barrens. Hello, policeman! The bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to the white chalk outline where a dark red stain marking the slab of pavement where Sam Watts died. Standing at the entrance to the alley is a Lone Star officer. The cop looks cold, hungry, and irritated at the homeless man who's currently pestering him. I keep telling you, I need to get my stuff from the alley or I'm going to die in the cold tonight. The officer sighs. And I've been trying to explain to you that this is an official Lone Star investigation and I can't let anyone in. Hey, I got rights. Look, you sinless garbage. I've got a job to do. Find a new blanket, or I'll find a reason to use my stun baton. Ah, typical. I hate you pigs. He looks in your direction. Now what? Long nighter. You look cold, so I picked up a donut and some soy calf for you. Hey, thanks. The officer's face lights up as he takes a sip. He seems pretty trusting for an officer of the law. You know, when my dad was a cop, this was back when cops actually worked for the government. He said folks would buy him coffee all the time, but I ain't seen it till now. What can I do for you? I'm actually working for the dead man to help find his killer. Can I come into the alley and look around for a bit? Your client is the chalk line, huh? That's messed up, man, but I respect it, okay? But don't mess anything up. Not that anyone would likely notice, because the forensics aren't coming back. Nice, thanks, man. Who's this William fella? The streets have not been kind to this man, but they've also hardened him. This man is clearly a survivor, though one wrestling with the onset of age and arthritis. You. I saw you over there with that rat bastard cop. What do you want? Know anything about the murder that took place here? He squints at you, suspicious. You a copper? Or working for some corp? Nope. I'm as SIN-less as you. Mind answering a few questions? Hey, what makes you think I'm sinless? Ha! Just messing with you. Of course I'm sinless. System ID number my ass. What kind of questions you got? Did you see the murder? Nope, and I can't say I'm sorry I missed it. I was hauling crates for Mrs. James up at the market. Can't carry as many as I used to, so it took a while. Got back here in time to see a couple of tourists puking all over my home turf. By then, that jerk face in the uniform had already set up shop in my alley. It sounds like you live in this alley? Sure. For the last couple of months I've been sleeping there, but I spend my days out doing odd jobs for the street merchants or panhandling tourists over near the Seamstress Union. What else did you see that night? Well, you know, earlier in the night I saw a big and ugly troll in a green hospital scrub snooping around the block. He bought some donuts and 2 cups of soy calf off of Dan over there, seemed nervous, and he did everything with his left hand because he was his right was all screwed up with some cyberware. Can you tell me more about the troll's cyberware? Well, it was big, and I think it must have had some hospital attachments because I saw some needles. It was a lot like one I saw back in 44 when I got captured by elves. They did all sorts of experiments on me, let me tell you. Never trusted one of them cyber people. Thanks, William. So before I head back in there, let's speak to Dan the Donut Man and see if he remembers. You sell some donuts to a troll wearing scrubs last night? Maybe. What's it to you? I sell a lot of donuts to a lot of people. I know how Lone Star profiles metahumans. I tell them about a troll that brought donuts from me right before a murder. They'll haul him in just to see if anyone will pay the bail. Not today, my friend. Okay. Right, what we got? Amidst the shards of glass from the broken lights, you find a small piece of glass which looks like the bottom of a test tube. This looks like the coat and blanket that the old man was trying to get back. Examine them for evidence. As you shuffle the bundle of cloth to the side, a printed receipt falls out from beneath the folds of the blanket. It's a bar tab receipt for the Seamstresses Union, dated 2 days ago at 3:02 AM, right around the coroner's reported time of death. The customer? Sam Watts. The server's name is listed as Coyote. This work light is new. You can see that all of the alley's normal lights have been ruined. Upon closer inspection, it seems they've all imploded, as if some force shattered them all at the same time. There are... Okay, you can go away, please. Oh, come on, that's annoying. Let me review that again, please. So how do I see, like, log entries for my quests? Maybe I can't. That's annoying. Chalk outline. That's what it said. Find Coyote at the Seamstress Union. Okay. You're about to leave the Barrens and enter the Seamstress Union. Would you like to proceed? The Seamstresses Union. Relative to the rest of the Barrens, Taurusville is a neon-clothed oasis. At its heart is the Seamstresses Union, housed in an old brownstone building on the corner of Illegal and Opportunity. Bums huddle together, gangsters strut the streets, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times that it's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out of the gutters adds to this effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversations washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps it to themselves. Okie doke. The bartender is a striking elf sporting a perfectly toned body, perfectly pouty lips, and perfectly tapered ears. Her eyes harmonize save me and take me in equal measure, hitting just the right note for the maximum extraction of tips. She looks at you, sees another elf, and smiles big. Hey there, haven't seen you before. What can I get you? How about a date? She giggles with practiced ease, the elf girl next door. That's sweet. Nobody ever asks that around here. Sorry, baby. I'm off the menu. Drink? Whiskey, straight up. She starts to turn away when a man with the face of a survivor and the zeal of a covert tugs at her arm. Hard. It's clear the two have history. They try to keep their voices low, but the intensity of their conversation makes them easy to overhear. Cherry, you have to listen to me. If you stick around here, you could end up dead or worse. The Ripper's out there, and he's real. That last killing happened just down the block, and now Coyote's missing. They'll probably find her tomorrow in a dumpster without her head. Come on, Cherry Bomb, think. I think plenty, Shane. I'm getting freaking D. Oh, PH freaking D'd from UW in neuroprosthetics, studying under Ojamans. And how am I paying for it? Bartending, tips. There are faster ways for a Baron's girl to earn that kind of scratch, but I'm not taking them. So what do you want from me? I want what you want, a better life, a better world for everyone. The Universal Brotherhood can give you that. I've heard all this before. This isn't some trick to get us back together. Things are different now. I'm different now. The Brotherhood. Cherry Bomb's pretty face is hard, armoured in lipstick and low expectations. The Universal Brotherhood is for other people, Shane. Rich Bellevue types, who can afford their membership fees and voluntary donations. This isn't about money. It's about binding the world together in Brotherhood. Come with me. Attend a discovery meeting. Get to the core of who you are. I heard Lynn Telstrian give a talk last night called The New Family of the Sixth World. I've got a family right here, Shane. They're drunks and lowlifes and whores, and I choose them over any of your Brotherhood members. Now buzz, I need to get back to work. With body language that leaves no question that the conversation is over, Cherry Bomb turns her back on him. Sorry, I got interrupted. Sorry you had to go through that. Sounds like you got big plans for yourself. Her pretty eyes soften. Yeah, I do. Can't stay here forever. You've got a look that says you're not just here for the entertainment. You a badge? I think you know the answer to that. She regards you with a smirk. I do. You're independent. We're trained to spot a bronze the minute they walk in here. Something I can help you with? A few questions. Tell me about this place. Some come here for booze, some for companionship, others are looking for something they can't get anywhere else. If it's illegal or immoral, and it can be bought, sold, rented or consumed, you can probably find it here. The Union seems to attract people like you. Who was that you were talking to? Shane, old boyfriend, used to work here. Then one day, he saw a billboard for the Universal Brotherhood and that was that. Went to a meeting, made new friends and moved in with them. I was happy for him, until he started coming around trying to recruit me. I don't need that trick. Ever hear the name Sam Watts? She nods. Sam was a regular customer, and a regular pain in the ass for as long as I've been here. Talked a big game, but he was always broke. As soon as he got any money in his pocket, he went straight to his head. Chips, drugs, or booze. Coyote had a soft spot for him, though. Did you see Sam the night he died? No, that was Coyote's shift. Like I mentioned Coyote. Is she here? She looks worried. No, I think she's away on business. Business, huh? She a shaman with a name like Coyote? She laughs. No, she shot a coyote once, thinking it was a shaman who double-crossed her. We've been calling her Coyote ever since. Her face falls. She's been missing for a couple of days now. Some people think the Ripper got her, but I know her. Coyote can take care of herself. Who runs this place? I want to talk to them. That'd be Mr. Kubota. She's in the back room. Mrs. Kubota. She's in the back room. You can't miss her. Thanks for the intel. I appreciate the help. Gutter punks have to stick together. TTYL. Hey guy. I got some extra outfits I'm trying to unload. You want first dibs? I'll take a look. So I've got secure samurai clothing. And there's rigger, mage, decker, normal clothing, adept. The black hat. The coolest hat in the shadows grants intelligence +1. Clothing that gives willpower. Charisma +1. The tourist look. Perfect for... oh wait, that's intelligence +1. Dodge +1 might be quite nice. Or HP +3. Should we just go pure alley punk? Nice. Now I'm like the guy on the front cover. Perfect. Right, who we got? Gin Parks. The Asian woman's expression reads open for business, but her demeanor reads dealer, rather than companion. She has a jack on her neck, a gun on her hip, and a chip on her shoulder. She eyes you with a sneer. You look like you could use some firepower. Something simple. I got guns so smart they practically fire themselves. You looking for tech? Got some of that too, if that's the way you roll. I don't understand drones. You have a shit ton of grenades and health items. I already got you. What's that? Pistol, SMG, shotgun, rifle, machete, baseball bat. Well, I already got my rifle, so no. I don't need anything. Thank you very much, Gin Parks. Posted at the doorway to the VIP section is a tower of troll, muscle wrapped in an impossibly tailored suit. Whether the product of good genes or expensive aftermarket cosmetics work, the troll's gleaming horns perfectly frame his face, and his polished tux and goatee accentuate the set of a lantern jaw. I don't know what a lantern jaw is. Welcome. Please behave yourself. Funny place for an architect to put a wall. Will do. You get trouble in here often. Nothing a stern look can't usually solve. You have business here? I was a friend of Sam Watts. Know him? Sure, everyone here knew Sam. Shame to lose a part of the family. There is a sharpness in Clue's eyes, the look of a man who has seen much and earned wisdom at a young age. In your role here, I suppose you often escorted Sam to the door? Yes, albeit gently. Sam was a drunk, but he usually wasn't a violent one. Usually? What about the night he died? He was a bit agitated, didn't catch the specifics, might have been over a woman. Thought I was going to have to show him out, but I had to deal with a couple of rival go-gangers posturing for one of the working girls upstairs. Jake helped Sam out instead. Thanks for the info. No problem. Johnny Clean! The man is dressed like a janitor, but is wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, rail-thin, and has a cunning look in his eye that says he's more than just a maintenance man. Howdy, name's Johnny Clean. You new? I am. I imagine you've seen all sorts of things in a place like this, huh? True, quite true, and I keep my mouth shut about it too. That's the secret to getting a job here and staying alive in general. Gotta work, see you around. Noog. Covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes, the troll does not seem fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once, but with entities you can neither see nor hear. Mutter. I told you, it's not like that at all. Bring me proof, and you shall have it. I am honored, your majesty. That was why I said to use mustard instead of catsup. Forgive me, Jean, I was a fool. He looks you in the eye, his other conversation on hold. You may peruse my magical wares and see their glory. Magical wares? Ah, this is where you buy spells. I don't think I'm a spelly boy, I'll be honest. Then we've got Mrs. Kabuta herself. Mrs. Kabuta watches you across the room, sizing you up as you approach. As you get closer, you can see that she's a mixed race, African and Japanese. Her demeanor says, "This is my house. Mess with it at your peril," but her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. Konbanwa! Good evening. My, but aren't you the pretty elf? Are you enjoying the Seamstresses' Union? There should be plenty for a man like you to enjoy. She eyes you closely. Or is this business? I just need a moment of your time, Mrs. Kabuta. I have topics to discuss. So Ka, and why should I help you? Sam Watts. I'm looking for his killer. Her face brightens, amused. Ah, so you are the little insurance policy he would go on about when he was drunk, his avenging angel, who would strike back for him from beyond the grave. What do you want to know? How well did you know Sam? I knew him. We all did. Sam was a regular here. Whenever he could beg or borrow enough Nuyen to become altered in some way, drugs, chips, alcohol, it didn't matter to Sam, as long as he was bent. He was always looking for his next fix. He clung to this place like it was his lifeline, and we treated him as part of the family, even if none of us truly liked him, except Coyote. Did you see Sam on the night of his death? He was here, quite inebriated, as he often was. Coyote was working the bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with other customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Clue, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested that Jake escort Sam out the back door to the alley. That was the last I saw of either of them. Why is this place called the Seamstresses' Union? During the gold rush years, there was a census, and the politicians wanted as high a number as possible to gain power and revenue. To bolster their numbers, they decided to include all the working girls, of which there were many, to the rolls. However, given the times, they could not list the girls' true occupation, so they entered them all as seamstresses. When a girl accumulated enough money to open her own place of business, she named it the Seamstresses' Union, so potential workers would know that they would be treated fairly there, and thus a rich tradition was born. So, you're a former seamstress? No. Perhaps when we know each other more, I will reveal more about myself. For now, enjoy the union. One more question. Can you tell me where to find Coyote? Her face darkens. Would that I could. I've not seen her in 2 days. She's a smart woman and quite dangerous, but I fear for her. I'm sure she can take care of herself. Perhaps, all the same, I wish I could see her. She's like a daughter to me. Her room is upstairs. If you're looking for her, I invite you to examine it. You may be able to uncover her whereabouts. I would not normally betray her privacy in this way, but she's missed 2 shifts now and cannot be reached on her comm. It is unlike her. If something has happened, I will not have inaction on my conscience. Here's the key. Thanks. What's this? There is a mid-grade security panel attached to the nearby door. It's set to require a password for entry. I do not have your password. This place looks a little bit decrepit, doesn't it? Looks like Coyote keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. The stand is littered with action movies and cigarette butts. A framed painting of the Chicago skyline done in stylized silhouettes. Coyote's bed has a diary with several papers sticking out of it. Open the diary to the first paper. There's a receipt stuck between the pages and a diary entry. I came back from my shift to find 4 of Paco's goons sleeping on our apartment floor. It's getting fragging ridiculous. I want to be with him, with the real Paco, but this cutter direct keeps messing everything up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. It's how I make cash, baby, he always says. I tried to tell him he doesn't need the cash. I can support us both with what I make at Seamstress's Union. But he still goes on these runs. With these bozos all over my floor, I feel like he's just seeing how far he can push me before I kick him out. I try to be patient, but why does it have to all be one way? As soon as the last cutter was out the door, I lost it. I told him if he ever pulled Drek like this again, that he'd be sleeping in the alley. Of course, he begged and pleaded with me, telling me it wouldn't happen again. I don't want to deal with this anymore, but I don't want him to leave. He's the reason I got through all that stuff last year, and my bar attending license, got this apartment, and this life. I know he cares about me and loves me. More than his involvement with the cutters. I just wish I could slice out that gang from our life together, slice out the fear that comes along with it. A receipt for a Browning Max pistol, power pistol from Gin Park downstairs with a note saying how big guns on hot women turn her on. So second paper. Handwritten poem and a diary entry. Sometimes it seems like Paco reads my mind or my diary. Maybe he does the latter. I wouldn't be surprised. Hi Paco. Ever since last week, he hasn't mentioned the cutters once. He leaves the apartment with a "see you in a few hours, babe," and returns later without comment. I don't know if it's really going to help for us to avoid the subject in conversation completely, but I have felt better without our constant arguing about it. The last 2 nights I've come home from work to Paco waiting up for me, slouching on an old dumpster couch with a novel 4 inches from his face. I imagine that's as I turn the key in the door, he perks up and makes himself look especially studious for when I get the door open. He seems superficially surprised to see me, but I love this little act. Let's just say that Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave poetry to others. Third page. There is a receipt and an old photograph. Look at the picture. The picture shows a young girl with caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yet she's smiling. The back of the photograph has "Shadow" scrawled at it, on it. A COD receipt for a special order, 5 pounds of zebra meat from Maury's Meat Emporium, located near Pike Place Market. A receipt for a wall safe installed near the bathroom door, set to a combination of 342436. 342436. The broken mirror was hiding a small safe. Input the code. The safe beeps cheerfully in response and the door comes open. Item. Fichetti frag grenade. What would you like to do with it? Oh, I see. I can only have... Let's send it to my stash. Coyote's computer is ancient. Probably fished it out of a junkyard. It doesn't even have a data jack, and the cracked display is covered with fingerprints. Tapping the keyboard causes the dust-caked fans to spin up, only to display an on-screen password. Without the password, the only other button on screen is password recovery. Password recovery. Please answer 3 security questions to reset the password. Question 1. Your first childhood pet. Let's go with Shadow. Answer stored. Question 2. Your favourite musical act. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? The Shadows. Question 3. What's the name of your hometown? Your security answers were incorrect. Okay. Let's go back to the diary. Did she mention anything in here again? Read it. 4 of Paco's goons, blah blah blah. So the picture was a young girl with caramel skin. She has a snake wrapped around her arm. The back of the photograph has Shadow scrawled on it. So it's got to be... So Shadow's the pet, definitely. Shadow's definitely the pet. Oh, Chicago might be... I guess that's where she's from. How would we know what she liked to listen to? Maybe someone downstairs can tell us. How can I help you? Have you heard of Maury's Meat Emporium? Her face twists in disgust. No, I'm vegetarian. Did you know Jim Parks sold Coyote a gun recently? I'd be more surprised if she hadn't. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers, but around here, you need a gun to take trash out to the dumpster. Do you know Paco? He's a ganger, a member of the Cutters. He's a good kid in a nasty line of work. I warned Coyote against getting too attached to that type. They don't live long. Do you know if Coyote had any childhood pets? I never asked about the past. None of us do. Coyote's real name is Gina. That is the most personal information I have about her. Do you know if she had a favourite band? Indeed I do. She plays her Starfire record so loud you can hear it down here. I told Mr. Clue to have her turn that direct down more than once. Starfire. Okay. Password recovery. Childhood pet must have been Shadow. Favourite musical act was Starfire. And the name of your hometown, Chicago. Your password has been reset to blah 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 blah. For security, never write down your password. The computer has a basic list of applications. Calendar. 3 days ago, meet with Delilah about gig. Today, meet Paco for date at Pike Place Market due in 30 minutes. Pike Place Market. Coyote's contact list has exactly one entry, someone named Paco. There is no comlink number or other contact information for him available. This does not seem like a very useful list of contacts. A quick scan of her recent searches shows that Coyote has been reading a great deal about hellhounds. It also suggests more than a casual interest in vintage action figures. There we go. I got a new objective. Before I go and speak with Mrs. Kabba though, I am going to go and get some food and finish the stream. So thank you very much for watching. This is my new Shadowrun Let's Play. I'm only going to be doing the base game. I know the whole point of this, I think, was like a sandbox where people make their own and send them out, but I think I'll play through the base game because I've heard that the second and third ones are significant improvements. So I'm keen to kind of crack on and get to those. Hopefully stream later on tonight, depending on if anything else crops up. It is Saturday after all. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.